Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well in life. So what I'm gonna introduce you today is a new tasty and spicy biryani recipe, which is a fish biryani using Naimin. Naimin has lots of recipes in Kerala, even though it is a very rare and very expensive fish, but there are lots of varieties of curries and fried recipes available for Naimin fish. Compared to other fishes, Naimin is also having lots of health benefits too. Today I am using Naimin fish for making my fish biryani. So now let's get into the ingredients required. So here I am taking 2 big onions, then 1 tomato, then coriander leaves, then cashews soaked in water, then basmati rice, then coconut milk, then I am taking cashews, raisins, then cinnamon, gram and pepper. Then I am taking chili powder, which is around like 2 teaspoons and nearly half teaspoon of turmeric. Then here I am taking nearly 1 bowl of this Naimin fish. This is completely washed and the skin has been peeled off. So I cleaned it properly before now using it. First of all, we will marinate the fish pieces with chili powder, turmeric powder and salt. Here I am taking nearly 2 teaspoons of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of turmeric and nearly half teaspoon of salt. Here actually you can increase the amount of chili powder depending on how much spicy you want the biryani to be. So here I am taking all the powders in proportion to the number of pieces of fish that I took. You can also add few drops of water to this fish to make sure that the spices are sticking to the surface properly. So after adding few drops of water, you can mix it thoroughly. Make sure that all the spices are mixed around the fish thoroughly, and I'll keep it aside. Now let's add the cinnamon, gram and the cardamom that we took to the mixer, and we have to grind it properly, almost to a finest form. After grinding the spices properly in the mixer, now I'll be taking small pinches of it and adding to the water that I'll be using for cooking the rice. Here I am taking water as much as it is required to cook the quantity of rice that I took. After washing the rice properly, now I'll add it to the water that is getting heated up, and I'll wait for it to start boiling and let the rice start cooking. Since it is basmati rice, it won't take that much time compared to other varieties of rice to cook. Here I'm adding half teaspoon of big cumin seeds and a few pepper seeds to the spices that we took earlier in the mixer for grinding it. So I'll be adding big cumin seeds and pepper to it, and I'll be grinding it again. Now let's add 2 teaspoons of oil to the pan. Here I'm using coconut oil to the pan, and I'll be adding cashews to it, and I'll be roasting it. Here I'll roast the cashews for nearly 5 minutes, around 5 minutes, to make sure that the cashews get roasted properly, and you can see that it will start developing a light brownish color when it is roasted properly. After roasting the cashews, now I'll be adding raisins to it, and after adding raisins I won't be frying it for much longer because raisins doesn't need to be roasted that much. So for less than a minute I'll keep it, and after mixing it properly I'll take it to a bowl. Now we have to fry the onions. So here I'm taking a pan and heating it up properly, and I'll be adding nearly around 1.5 teaspoon of coconut oil. And after adding the coconut oil, I'll be putting all the onions to it, and I'll be frying it properly. Frying the onions will take some time, so first of all I'll be keeping in low flame, and I'll be keep mixing it, and eventually I'll increase the flame, and it will take some time to get deep fried properly. Here deep frying the onions will take around more than 10 minutes, so I'll keep mixing it, and at some point the onions will start giving off a light brownish color, and then it will become dark brownish. Till it becomes dark brownish, you have to keep stirring it and deep frying it. Now you can see that the onions have started developing a dark brownish color, so it means that it is fried properly. So since it is fried properly, now I'll be keeping it aside. Now let's fry the fish. So here I'm taking nearly around 3 spoons of coconut oil, and I'll be adding all the fish pieces to it. So the quantity of coconut oil really depends on the amount of fish pieces that you took. If you took lots of pieces, then you have to add lots of oil, and if you are like the type of person who likes oily food, then you can add more coconut oil. The fish will be tasting better if you are using olive oil, but since it is expensive, here I am using coconut oil. While the fish is getting fried properly, let's add cashews to the mixer, and I'll be also adding coconut milk to it, and after adding both we'll be mixing it thoroughly and keeping it aside. Here you can see that the fish is getting fried properly. I'll be turning it upside down, otherwise it will be getting burnt in one side. I don't want that to happen, so I'll be keep on turning it upside down and making sure that it is getting cooked evenly. Once the fish pieces are fried properly, it will become really crispy. So now you can see that the fish pieces are really crispy now. So I'll be removing it and keeping it aside. Now let's take few pinches of the spices that we grinded earlier in the mixer, and let's fry it properly for nearly 1 minute. Here you don't need to fry the spices for that much time. So after frying it for some time, I'll be adding the onions and the tomato to it. Here I'm adding nearly half onion and 1 tomato. After adding the onion and tomato, I'll be mixing it properly and wait for it to get cooked properly. Here I have to wait for the onions to get fried properly and the tomato also get cooked properly. Frying it will take some time, so you have to keep mixing it and make sure it is not getting burnt. You can also close the lid and cook it for some time. And after cooking it for some time, I'll be adding the coriander leaves to it. Once the tomato and the onion is fried properly, I'll be adding the coconut milk that we took earlier, the coconut milk that we added cashews to it and grinded it properly. That coconut milk I'll be pouring to it and I'll be mixing it properly. After adding the coconut milk, you don't need to heat it that much. Just wait till the coconut milk start boiling a little bit, and once it start boiling a little bit, let's add the fish pieces to it. Even after adding fish pieces, you don't need to heat it that much. Just heat it little bit and mix it properly, and let's keep it aside. Once the fish and the gravy is prepared properly, now what I'll be doing is that I'll remove some part of the fish and the gravy separately, and I'll be keeping the rest in the pan itself. After removing some part of the fish and the gravy from the pan, let's add rice on top of it. And after adding rice, let's add cashews and all the raisins and onion that we fried earlier to it. And after adding that, let's add rest of the rice on top of it, and again on top of it, let's finish it off by adding the curry that we took it separately. Essentially, we'll be adding it layer by layer, and once we add it layer by layer, we'll be mixing it properly so that everything will get mixed together and the entire spice and the curry will be uniform throughout the rice. Once it is prepared properly, now you can garnish it using more cashews or more raisins. Also, you can add more fried onions and coriander leaves to it. Once it is done, let's keep it aside for 2-3 minutes for it to settle in, and it is better to use one spoon or something like that to compress it a little bit down so that it will be getting mixed properly. After keeping it aside for few minutes, now you can serve the delicious biryani. This is a classic fish biryani recipe, and it is absolutely tasty and spicy, and I hope you all like it. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.